What's up, Rockland? I'm your host, Maggie.
And I'm Gabby. It's March 10th, the Solar Plus 8 day.
Today's weather is going to be high 58 and low 47 with showers throughout the day and lots of wind.
Today's lunch will be a Big Daddy's cheese pizza.
Reminder, guys, this month is National Women's History Month. It began as a national celebration in 1981 when Congress passed a law which authorized and requested the president to proclaim the week beginning on March 7th, 1982 as Women's History Week. Throughout the next 5 years, Congress continued to pass joint resolutions designating a week in March as Women's History Week.
In 1987, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed another law which designated the month of March 1987 as Women's History Month in 1995. Presidents have issued a series of annual proclamations designating the month of March as Women's History Month. Every year is in recognition to the specific achievements women have made over the course of American history in a variety of fields.
Thanks, Gabs, and with that one, let's get right onto the show.
Next up, we got your favorite weekly segment, This Week in Sports.
Good morning, sports fans.
Happy Friday. I'm Nika, and this is your Week in Sports. Today, we have a very special guest who's going to help us welcome in this spring season. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Nika, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a senior on the track team.
Thanks for being here today, Kyle. Tell me a little bit more about what you compete in.
I do both hurdles, 110 and 300, the 100-meter dash, and a few relay events.
And if Kyle looks a little bit familiar, it's because he played football in the fall. How do you feel track makes you a better athlete?
Both speed helps me a lot, but stretching also helps me compete at a maximum level.
If I remember correctly, you competed last year at state as a junior. Tell me about your experience.
It was a very competitive environment, but I want to make sure everyone on this team gets as far as they can go.
Kyle isn't our only state athlete on the team. Gigi Kirchner set a new state record this past Wednesday as the fastest hurdler at just 14.45 seconds. I can't wait to see what this year has in store for her.
Our meet was scored against Delaware, and both our girls and boys varsity team were able to smoke the Eagles. Next week, we're on our way to Davis for a dual meet on Wednesday.
Moving on into baseball, the boys with the bats. Our guys had an amazing 8-6 win against the Roseville Tigers on Wednesday. Shout out to Troy Olson, who was named player of the game. The boys are going to be on the field tonight where they play Nevada Union at their place.
Our girls blew Roseville out of the water 15-9 when they played Roseville on Tuesday. Sydney Barker is racking up the points with a total of 8 runs so far on the season. Come out and watch them play Folsom at home on Wednesday for their first league game.
Boys lacrosse is off to a great start. They are currently 4-1 and have a home game next Thursday. Our girls team is busy as well with a record of 2-2. Good luck, ladies, tonight.
Also happening today is the Wood Creek invite for our swim team. Our athletes will be in the pool today and tomorrow, so hopefully they could stay warm or find a hot tub. I don't know how they do it.
Boys volleyball is killing it. They are currently undefeated after their first 4 games of the season. Next Wednesday, they're playing Lincoln at their place.
Our golfers are off to a good start. Whitney Oaks is hosting the Thunder Invitational this upcoming Monday as they continue to prepare for the start of their league season. They'll be taking on Folsom to kick things off on Thursday.
It's been a little bit challenging with the weather, but our boys tennis team has played 9 matches and came out with 9 wins. They're playing Folsom next Tuesday. Good luck.
Stunt is getting a roll on and have their first match today at El Dorado High School.
Beach volleyball starts league tomorrow and is at Sierra College. Good luck then.
That's a lot of sports to remember. You keep track of this stuff?
Every week. It's a gift. What can I say? That's all we got for you this week, Rockland.
See you next week, Rockland.
If you want to enjoy junior prom without uncomfortable and embarrassing dress code violations, check out the video we'll have linked in the bulletin, and if you have a date coming up from another school, make sure you check out that video too.
Hi, Rockland High School. This is Mrs. Sedman here to talk to you about our formal dress code. In our student handbook, you can find all of the information that I'm going to share with you. So some dance rules. Dances are for students of Rockland High School attendance. Students who have delinquent detention or been suspended or expelled are not permitted to attend the dance. Students must show their current school ID in order to be admitted to the dance. Then there's some other things you can reference if you would like to within our school student handbook. We do have just dress code for extracurricular activities and casual dances that do apply also to formal, with a few extra ones added in for formal. You can see them here, and we're going to go through them as well. So first of all, no underwear or lingerie can be exposed. You'll see in the column on the left, those are in dress code. So notice that no undergarments or underwear or lingerie are exposed. However, the not in dress code examples are on the right. So those are not in our dress code. Another part of the dance dress code is that shorts and skirts and dresses must be of appropriate length and must completely cover the buttocks. Shorts and skirts, when we're talking about that, or in this case, dresses, a few things under formal that fall under that are going to be slits on dresses. So we want to make sure that the slits are at the length that we would allow a skirt to be at. If the slit is higher than that, then that slit would not be in dress code. So you can see a few examples there on your left of ones that are in dress code, and then a few examples on the right of ones that are not in dress code. And then also what's covered in this under formal is kind of that back. So when your back is showing in a dress, we want to make sure that that is at waistline. So if you have a backless dress or a very open back dress, you want to make sure that the top of that space is at the waistline and not any lower. So I've shown a few examples here of the back of a dress where it would be appropriate and at the waistline, and then a few examples where it's not in dress code, so it's lower than that waistline. Another piece that's in there is see-through material does not count towards coverage. So you'll see in these examples here, all of them are not in dress code. Please notice that we can't have all of those like peekaboo things along the side of a dress, as well as in the middle of the dress near your sternum. We want to make sure that we don't have plunging necklines with just see-through material, because again, that see-through material does not count towards coverage. One thing that is different for formal dances that is not part of just casual dances is you can have a strapless dress or a strapless top at a formal and semi-formal dance. You cannot have it at a casual dance, but you can at a formal dance like junior prom or senior ball. Necklines, and this is specific for semi-formal and formal dances. We want to make sure that the neck lines on the tops of our dress or on our shirts or anything of that nature are a moderate sweetheart neckline. Plunging or low cut necklines are not allowed. So I did show some examples here. The left is in dress code, so those are all sweetheart necklines that are in dress code. And then the right are some necklines or some low plunging necklines that are not allowed. They are not in dress code. If you have any other questions about formal or semi-formal dance dress code, please reach out to one of us. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have. In addition, please know that you can always send me a picture or email me a picture of your attire for a semi-formal or formal dance, and any of the four of us would be happy to answer questions on that.
If you didn't know, a huge event in the world of film is coming up, the Academy Awards. Cheyenne prepared a compilation of the movies up for nomination, so let's check it out and try and see what movie we think will win this year.
Are you bored on a Sunday night, hoping you can do something that makes you forget tomorrow is Monday? Well, if you like a place where such things like
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
or even
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
La La Land.
We lost, by the way, but, you know.
Guys, I'm sorry. No, there's a mistake.
Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
Well, then tune in this Sunday night to watch the Oscars, to see such actors like Austin Butler for Elvis, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Ana de Armas for Blonde all compete for leading role, and The Batman for visual effects, Top Gun Maverick for Best Picture and Best Editing, Glass Onion for Best Writing, and even...
Let's get it over with. Spare me, if you dare.
For Best Animated Movie. Well, there you go, Rocklin. I'm Cheyenne, and until next time...
All right.
Then I say just keep living, huh? Thank you.
A few months back, we ran a segment about how so many lost hydros and water bottles got sent down to the front office but never got claimed. Well, here's a sequel to that story, and please swing by the front office to see if you lost your hydro and bring it back home.
And now for your announcements. First off, congrats to your Code Wars team for coming in first place in the Novice Division and third place in the Advanced Division. Great job, you guys.
Interested in being a club officer for the Black Student Union? Fill out the interest form or see Miss Jones in H7 for more information. The deadline to apply is Wednesday, March 15th.
That's coming up next Wednesday, so make sure you're staying on top of that. Also, if you're interested in getting credit for your fourth year of Spanish, you should consider taking dual enrollment intermediate Spanish. There'll be an informational meeting in V49 this Monday at brunch with current dual enrollment students there to answer any of your questions.
The ASB student government applications for the 2023 to 2024 school year are still open for current freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. The applications are available on the Rockland High School website, and they are due today, so make sure you get that in and if you haven't already.
Yeah, make sure you're checking that one out. It is due today. Also, juniors, check out the Summer Civic Career Program. It introduces students to the many local government career opportunities we have. During the 2-week program, students will partner with city staff and assist with a variety of programs and projects in various departments.
The program is scheduled for June 19th through the 22nd and June 26th through the 29th. So if you're interested, please go see Miss Lund in the College and Career Center. The application is due back to the College and Career Center by March 31st, 2023 at 3 p.m.
And for your clubs today and next week, Campus Life is every Tuesday and Friday in L6. You guys should go join them for pizza, breadsticks, awesome conversation, and everyone's welcome.
Want a good way to start off your week? Yoga Club meets every Monday at 8 a.m. in J6, so go join them to relax and practice yoga.
If you love ASL, or if you don't know what ASL means and you're kind of curious about it, it stands for American Sign Language, and their club meets every Tuesday at lunch in room H1, so make sure you go check that out.
Lastly, Sadie's Week is coming up. ASB will be selling Sadie's t-shirts for $5 on March 14th and 15th during Plus and lunch, so make sure you have your cash and don't forget it.
And this week, our lesson in homeroom will be about overcoming obstacles, so let's hand this over to our homeroom heroes to get homeroom started. Have a great weekend, Rockland.
What's up, Rockland? It's Cloudcatcher, and I'm here to teach you a lesson about overcoming obstacles. Everyone has overcome something difficult in their lifetime. Even me, Cloudcatcher. I have overcome some bad thunderstorms in my lifetime. Here's a TED Talk to help further your understanding.
As you can see, I was born without fingers on my right hand, and also my right leg was several inches shorter than my left one. They broke the bones in the leg Then they screwed metal spikes into the bone. It has not only spikes, but wires that go all the way through the leg to stabilize it. I have to walk on it. I have to stretch it out so that my muscles don't just get all atrophied. People always ask me, does it hurt? Yes, it does. But I focus on what I can do, not on what I cannot do. I want to talk with you guys about overcoming obstacles. Everybody has obstacles, a disability, a hurdle. We face a choice. Let the obstacle overcome you or overcome the obstacle. Maybe some of you have heard of Jim Abbott. He was a Major League Baseball player. He won a gold medal in the Olympics. He played for the Yankees, the Angels, but he threw a no-hitter and he only had one arm. When he was a kid, he came home mad one time and told his dad, "The kids won't let me play baseball because I only have one hand." His dad replied, "No, the kids won't let you play baseball because you stink at baseball." You can't change the fact that you only have one hand, but you can change the fact that you stink. So his dad began to practice with him, and he got good. He overcame obstacles. Teams would try to exploit his weak side. They would try to bunt to the side that he had a missing arm. But they never succeeded because he practiced and practiced fielding bunts to that side. There is no dishonor in having a disability, and I won't let anyone diss my ability, but I don't want anyone's pity either. I will not use the obstacles I face as an excuse for having a pity party. I will practice harder, play harder, and push myself harder to keep getting better. Last season, I started on my varsity high school basketball team as a freshman, and I won Rookie of the Year. I was one of the top scorers on the team, so... One of the things that I find funny is that people judge me by appearance. They say, "Oh, look at this one-handed whitey with the limp. I don't want him on my team, you know." But what they don't know is that I don't just have a disability, I have an ability. One of my favorite moments from this last season was we played a team that we had never played before. And when the game started, you could tell that they were dissing my disability. I mean, they double-teamed our tallest player. They just were playing really soft on me. And you could tell, they thought, what can this guy with one hand do? So they left me open for a three. I made that one. They left me open for another one. I made that one. Then they started to get frustrated, so they actually fouled me. I made both free throws. And they called timeout. And as we were in the huddle, I could hear the other coach yelling at his players about me. They went from not covering me at all to double-teaming me. It's all about overcoming obstacles. It's true, I have a disability, but so do you. I also have an ability, so do you. Everyone has obstacles to overcome. Some are visible like mine. Some are less visible. Maybe your obstacle is that you come from a poor neighborhood. Maybe people say you'll never amount to anything. Prove them wrong. Maybe your obstacle is that you have a learning disability and people think that you're dumb. Prove them wrong. Maybe people judge you because of the color of your skin or your family background. Prove them wrong. I know a lot of people who take one look at me and judge me. They say, "Oh, that kid can't be any good at basketball. One leg, one hand." If someone thinks you can't overcome the obstacles, prove them wrong.
Wow, that was very helpful to know and makes me feel better about the challenges I have faced. Now for your guys' game, you have to face the challenge of counting all the blue triangles, like this one or this one.